What if Stephen Curry is already setting the stage for the most unexpected phase of his journey? What if the greatest shooter the game has ever seen is preparing to make history again? This time, off the hardwood. Curry's vision extends beyond basketball. He wants more than a legendary career. He wants influence. He wants to follow in Michael Jordan's footsteps. He's aiming for ownership of an NBA team. And this isn't a fleeting idea, it's a detailed plan. One with a clear vision, personal motivation, and a time limit ticking in the background. At 37, Curry is at a defining moment. He's still delivering top-tier performances. He still leads the Warriors and represents the face of the franchise. But for the first time, he's openly discussing life after basketball. Specifically, what it means to shape a team from behind the scenes. In an interview with CNBC Sports, Curry shared his excitement about being part of an ownership group. He spoke about influencing team operations, helping build a culture that wins from the inside out. He pointed directly to Michael Jordan as inspiration. Jordan became more than a player. He became the majority owner of the Charlotte Hornets, a transition Curry deeply respects. However, Curry may be dreaming even bigger. He might want to leave an even greater mark than Jordan did. More control, more visibility, and possibly more success. Let's rewind. Since entering the league in 2009, Stephen Curry hasn't just worn the Warriors jersey. He's become the franchise's identity. Golden State built around him. They found their brand, collected titles, created a global following, and introduced a new, fearless style of play that reshaped basketball. Over the years, Curry earned MVPs, championship rings, and unforgettable moments. In doing so, he also earned a level of respect and influence unmatched in today's NBA. So when he talks about stepping into a leadership role post-retirement, no one doubts him, not even for a second. But the tone of the story is shifting. Despite having a contract that runs through 2027, Curry appears to be gradually transitioning. He admitted, as an active player, you can't be involved in management at that level until your playing days are over. So, you'll see me there someday. That's more than speculation. It's strategy. Curry is preparing himself. He wants to continue impacting the game just from a different position. And that changes how we view the Warriors' present. Before going any further, if you're a Warriors supporter, a Curry fan, or someone who appreciates game changers on and off the court, drop a like, subscribe, and share your thoughts. Can you imagine Curry as a team owner? Or do you see him as a future TV analyst? He's mentioned broadcasting too, but that feels like a backup plan, not the dream. The true goal is ownership, influence, and decision-making power. Back to basketball. Even at 37, Curry delivered an impressive season. 24.5 points per game, along with 6 assists and 4.4 rebounds. He remained both the team's emotional anchor and their strategic core. But in the playoffs, things took a turn. Curry missed the last 4 games of the series against Minnesota due to a muscle injury. The Warriors were eliminated in the Western Conference semifinals, ending their run earlier than expected. This moment of vulnerability connected directly with Curry's long-term plan. As Curry the player struggled physically, Curry the future executive became more visible. The shift is not symbolic, it's intentional. The franchise must look ahead, and Curry is laying the foundation. When he retires, he won't just disappear. He'll step into a new role with purpose. For now, the current team remains intact. Jimmy Butler added fresh energy. Draymond Green is still alongside Curry. The core group is together. They have cap space, flexibility, and trade assets, including 4 available draft picks. But there's an underlying question at Chase Center. How much longer will Curry keep playing? And more critically, Should the team continue building around someone whose focus may soon shift? That's the Warriors' dilemma. Do they go all in for one final title run with their historic core? Or do they start planning for life after Curry? And here's a third, bold possibility. What if Curry doesn't buy into another team, but becomes a part owner of the Warriors themselves? Golden State is valued at over $8 billion. It's one of the most iconic brands in all of sports. No one would be more qualified to lead the franchise than the man who redefined it. There's no confirmation of this yet, but the idea lingers. It captivates. It feels fitting. What would be more powerful than the greatest warrior of all time eventually owning the team? The future is wide open. What's your take? Is Curry nearing his final days on the court? Or does he still have fuel left before stepping into a leadership role? Should the Warriors chase one more championship or begin building the next era? Leave your thoughts. And while Curry prepares for life behind the scenes, the past has started knocking, and its name is Kevin Durant. Yes, Kevin Durant. The same Durant who stunned the NBA when he joined the Warriors. The same Durant who silenced Cleveland, Houston, and Portland crowds. The same Durant who, alongside Curry, turned Golden State into a precision-driven juggernaut. 2 championships, 2 Finals MVPs, a dominant era that still echoes today. Now, his name is once again tied to the Bay Area, not as an opponent, but as a potential return. What once seemed impossible is now in motion. The Phoenix Suns, a team that once aimed to redefine the league, collapsed. Despite a star-heavy roster and high expectations, Phoenix didn't just underperform in the playoffs, they didn't make it at all. The project quietly fell apart. Now, Kevin Durant is back on the market. According to Kelly Iko of The Athletic, the Suns are actively shopping him. They're making calls, lowering their asking price, and offering Kuwaiti dinars for picks and financial relief. They want to rebuild, starting with the 10th pick in the upcoming draft. This changes the narrative. Among interested teams, the Warriors have quietly re-entered the conversation. Sources say they contacted Phoenix during the last trade window, but Durant declined then. He still believed in the Suns' plan and didn't want to jump mid-season. Now that Phoenix has unraveled, the situation is different. And while Curry may be looking beyond his playing days, his hunger for titles hasn't faded. But bringing Durant back won't be simple. Golden State doesn't hold the 10th pick Phoenix covets. They also lack a dominant center, something the Suns are desperate for after trading DeAndre Ayton. The absence of a rim protector has haunted Phoenix, and ironically, it's also a weak spot for Golden State. Kevon Looney is solid, but not a game-changer. That could be the technical snag in any Durant deal. Still, don't dismiss the idea. Durant is nearly 37 but remains elite, averaging 26.6 points over more than 60 games. He's still unpredictable and effective, though more injury-prone. He also needs structure, spotlight, and a system that suits him. Golden State offers all 3. He respects the coach. The point guard has proven he can share stardom. And the fans, despite past tensions, remember the glory days. Yet, time is short. Curry has openly hinted at retirement. Not tomorrow, but soon. He's thinking about ownership, leadership, mentoring, and legacy. That gives every season extra weight. Every roster decision feels like a closing chapter. If the Warriors want one last championship run, this might be their final opportunity to assemble the right puzzle. Maybe Durant is the missing piece. Or maybe it's a mistake. More nostalgic than smart. But championship teams don't thrive on hesitation. They move with vision. Fans know this isn't just about stats. It's about closing a legendary era the right way. So, what would you do? Would you bring Durant back? Or is that door better left shut? Now, let's zoom out. While the Durant scenario heats up, an even bigger possibility is looming. And that name is Giannis Antetokounmpo. With the Warriors out of the playoffs and Phoenix seemingly done with the Durant experiment, the NBA spotlight shifts to what could be the biggest move of the offseason: the race for Giannis. The whispers began late in the regular season. They grew louder after the Milwaukee Bucks suffered a third straight first-round exit. A shocking run for a team with a superstar in his prime. Frustration is building in Milwaukee, and the Warriors? They're perfectly positioned. Golden State has been the most transformative franchise of the past 2 decades, but their golden era is winding down. If there's a move that could refresh their identity without losing their essence, it's Giannis. Insider Brian Windhorst recently added fuel to the fire. "There's a path to the Warriors," he said. "It involves their young assets, and more importantly, Curry. If Giannis openly said he wanted to play with Steph, everything would shift. It wouldn't just be a trade, it would be a statement, an earthquake. Superstars choose destinations. Contracts and salaries become secondary. Right now, Giannis hasn't asked for a trade. He still has 2 years left on his deal. The Bucks aren't required to move him, but the signs are there. Early exits, tension, media pressure. A crack is forming, and if it opens, Golden State will be ready. Other teams, Knicks, Thunder, Pelicans, have more draft picks and youth to offer, but none has the Curry factor. Only the Warriors can give Giannis what he craves: structure, culture, and a proven system. In Golden State, he'd be the heir, not just a star. He'd join Steph now, then lead later. Even if Curry retires in 2 or 3 years, Giannis would already be embedded in the franchise. From his side, the opportunity is massive. He's a champion and a legend in Milwaukee, but in San Francisco, he could become part of an empire. Someone who not only extended the dynasty, but reinvented it. And for Golden State, he'd be the perfect bridge to the future. A core featuring Giannis, Kuminga, Podziemski, Draymond, if he's still around, and Steph, for now, would be a force. So this is the moment that calls for boldness, not hesitation. Because when the future knocks, you can either stand still or open the door to the next legend. What do you think? Should Giannis wear a Warriors jersey next? Or should Golden State aim for more realistic options and stay the course? Let us know, and if you want to stay updated on this evolving story, like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. The next chapter, whether it's Durant, Giannis, or someone even more surprising, is already being written. Don't miss it.